my darlings, and welcome to another episode of Swords and Stitches. Today, I am going to show you a very easy project. It's actually for making page marks, not bookmarks, but page marks. I'm actually going to show you exactly what it's going to look like by the time we're done. So behold, I have my The Adventures of Sherlock cat, which is near and dear to my heart. And oh, it turns out that I have this page that I marked for myself with a little pixel heart page mark. So they're literally just little things that slip onto each page so that you don't have to dog ear anything. If you want to mark multiple pages, you can just make lots of little page marks, and they're very convenient, and I think that these ones turned out being really cute. So the first thing that you're going to need is an envelope. And literally whatever the cheapest envelope is that you can get, it doesn't matter what size it is because you're only using the corner. So I got the cheapest pack that I possibly could, and then from there you just need an X-Acto knife, of course, my love, a ruler, and Sharpies of whatever color you would like to use. I'm sure that there are plenty of other things that you could use to color these in, but I like Sharpies because for the most part they wind up having kind of an even color on them. I don't need the X-Acto knife first. I don't even know why I'm holding it. I just love it so much. So you're going to want to use one of the corners that is not the flappy corner. Don't use that corner because it's going to wind up not really holding on to any page. You need one of these ones that's completely covered on both sides, and you can freehand it. Because it is pixels, you can just kind of be like, oh, squares, this is whatever. Believe me, I've tried to do that, and it always winds up looking just a little bit wonky. So I'm gonna show you what I wind up doing. You want each square to be 1/8 of an inch by 1/8 of an inch. And I'm not sure what the conversion is on that, I'm really sorry, but it's small. So you're going to just line it up so that you have a very tiny triangle, and the one edge is 1/8 of an inch, and then you're just gonna make a little line there. So that's gonna be your first line. And then you're gonna zoom out a bit, and every time you're going to add 1/8 of an inch to either side. And you're just gonna keep it into a straight line. So now I have 3/8 of an inch, and I'm going to make another line like that. And again, this isn't going to be the final project. This is just your template, so that when you make your final product, it looks very clean, but it's also accurate. So we're just gonna keep on zooming out another line. And then once we go 8 lines up, we're then gonna go through and turn it this way and then do lines like this that go all the way up. So we're just gonna make a little grid in the corner there. So here is my finished grid. I've cut it off from the rest of the envelope because we don't need it. But you wind up with all these little squares and you can fill them in. What you're going to want is 4 up the diagonal of black, and then you're going to want 3 up, 3 across, and then 1 in the very center. So those are going to be all of the black outlines. And then if you want, you can put the little white one up there, but I've made them with entirely red. They look cute either way, but I kind of like it because it adds another little something to the middle. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this template, and if you are hard of seeing, something that I've done before, kind of a jank ball light box, is to place everything together and then put it up against a computer monitor. So I have this all the way on the inside so that you can see the lines through there, and now all of the areas that you filled in with black, you're going to recreate on here, because really, that's the only one that you need with the template. And then the rest of it you can fill in with red, and you can kind of eyeball the white one if you want to. If you don't want to, then you can always make the red outline of the white as well. Okay, so now that we have all of that colored in, for me, I really like to put a white border around it then, because we have all of this white along here, and we could cut a little bit of the white out and just have it be, you know, free floating and whatever, but it's gonna make it so that it's not as structurally sound. It's probably gonna fall apart pretty quickly. So I like to just leave the white in there and then put a little white border so that it still looks clean. Oh, well, oh, goodness, okay. We've done it. That's as easy as it is. And then once you have your template, I mean, you can make as many of these as you want. So, just to demonstrate how easy this process is, oh my, there's yet another page in The Adventures of Sherlock Cat that I would just love to mark with a page mark. So you just take the mark, you just slip it right on there, and it's actually pretty sturdy. It stays pretty well. So you can just make a bunch, and you won't have to dog-ear your book anymore. You won't have to ruin all of the pages. So thank you so much for watching. Again, if you do this project, please send me pictures or a video response. I would love to see what sort of fun things you guys do. If there are any materials that I used that you are interested in finding somewhere, for the most part, they're pretty basic. You can find them pretty much anywhere, but I will put a list and links in the description. And otherwise, I will talk to you guys again on the next Swords and Stitches. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Mwah.